The long, long struggle of ancient times finally ended. The victor sacrificed the vanquish to the heavens. 4 bells tolled, 4 torches were lit. And the world continued for thousands of years. Phantasy Star, the end of the Millennium. It's your boys, Zappa and Steve this time.
Hello there, everybody.
Welcome to a new Let's Play of Steve's favorite game.
Yes, I'll elaborate more on that in just a sec after he reads this part.
The Algo solar system, somewhere in space. Once a brilliant civilization flourished here. The citizens devoted themselves to art and to the sciences, and life was prosperous and good. Then a series of disasters struck. The system-wide management system, Mother Brain, was destroyed. So was the first planet, Parma. Over 90% of the system's population died, and advanced technological culture was lost. Society declined, spiraling downward until only, at last, a few scattered groups even remembered there were once better times. 1,000 years passed. At last, civilization is once more on the rise across the Algo system. People are again turning to thoughts of easier life. Old knowledge is being rediscovered. But just as things look brighter, beyond the threshold long thought closed, a dark and very ancient evil stirs. That Dark Falls?
Yep. So that was a lot of references to Phantasy Star II in that last bit there. The very first bit you read about the 4 bells and stuff like that, that's not going to make sense until near the end of this game. So we'll elaborate more on that later. But yes, this is Phantasy Star: The End of the Millennium.
Taz, hurry up! Hurry and get ready!
Sorry.
I know enough that was a female voice. But yes, do go on.
But yeah, there are. This is the 4th game in the series. Well, I should, kind of, sort of. There's Phantasy Star 1 and 2, obviously. Then there's Phantasy Star 3, which is... We'll ignore Phantasy Star 3 until one certain part later. And then there's this one. 1, 2, and 4 are a continuation of the same 2,000-year-long story. And 3 is a sort of offshoot. But anyway, more on that later. Go ahead.
It's your first job to join the Guild Hunters. You better put your heart into it. So, I'm not a trainee anymore? From this day on, you are a full-fledged partner. Now, come on, let's go! Where are we off to this time? The bet far, we're going to Motavia Academy, the town of Piata. Wow, so we're going to the town of learning. Wonder what's happening there. I don't know, does he like hamburgers? Does Chaz like hamburgers?
Hamburgers are not in this game, sadly, but if they were, he probably would. They were in the first game.
He looks like the kind of guy who's into burgers.
Yeah.
And Zaku's. He looks like Bernie.
He
does. Can't help it.
He does kind of look like him.
And seeing his portrait in the square, it's just like, this is just Bernie.
Oh. Uh-oh. Static.
Oh, well, hopefully it's not coming through on the recording. It's only on your side.
It's not very loud, but it is there.
Huh. I hope
it is noticeable.
Who knows? The message said, just come. We'll get the details once we're there. And we'll never see the city again.
So our heroes here are Elise Brangwyn, the 8-stroke warrior, a well-known bounty hunter, and her protege, Chaz Ashley.
The 8-stroke warrior. So she wins her fights in 8 moves or less?
I don't think it's ever explained why she's called the 8-stroke warrior, but I have to assume it's probably something like that. She's quick and efficient.
Yep.
She is a veteran. She is your mentor, but Chaz here is the hero of the story.
Yeah. It's just we're being dragged along. Since we're going to be there anyway, I'd sure like to tour the academy. Is that all you can think about? Kept moving or I'll leave you behind.
See, right now she's just a tough mercenary, a tough mentor, but
AW 2284. Monster attacks were beginning. The monster attacks have swelled to the ranks of those who call themselves hunters. But as the attacks become ever more frequent and powerful, an elite few begin to wonder what is behind this outbreak, and when and how will it all end.
this is a cool opening shot, I feel. And this is kind of a running theme in Phantasy Star IV. It does its cutscenes in a very cool way. It doesn't like do it like Final Fantasy VI or Pantomime or something like that. No video, obviously. You'll see here in a little bit how they do their cutscenes.
Word. Wandering around and now I've gotten separated from Alice. I gotta find her.
Okay, open your menu first. Oh, by the way, when you check something, everybody, whoever's in the front has a unique thing to say if there's nothing there. Okay, now go down to Mumble.
Wonder where Alice is.
Okay, so that's normally a talk feature. If you save your game and don't come back to it for a while and you're like, oh shit, I don't remember what I was doing, you can click on that and they'll give you a quick synopsis of what you're supposed to do next. It's a really cool feature. Kind of ahead of its time.
C.
Yeah.
I hate that the C button is top.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't remember if you can rebook it or reset it or not.
Remap it. I mean, I could remap it through the interface.
True. Now, B is a universal cancel, but like A and C are like different confirms, I think.
Yeah,
it's weird.
A went into the menu and C went into talking to this guy who's talking about me exterminating monsters.
Yeah.
If I hit A in front of him, I go to the...
Right, okay.
About a month ago, monsters started to appear in the basement. So frightened, they can't even think about my research.
Oh, they've got a creepy basement.
Monster basement. Nothing of interest here. Why am I would... Oh, because he moved at the same time, so we shared the same tile.
Yeah.
You're the hunter commissioned by the principal? Kid like you? You're gonna be able to handle it. Looks especially important. Underlocking.
Now, some of the bookshelves in certain places will have little Easter eggs here and there, but most of them don't. I'll try. If I think of them, I'll try and remind you where they are.
Now, are they Easter eggs?
Not remind
you. Are the Easter eggs to past Phantasy Star or other SEGA?
Yeah, other SEGA.
Oh,
it's a typical SEGA thing where SEGA references SEGA.
That's neat. They're not jerks like Nintendo. Oh, you're not Nintendo? You can't talk about our stuff.
Now, about the Phantasy Star references, go ahead.
Chaz, where have you been? Come on, let's go. But we have to see the principal and get the details about this commission.
Okay, so now there are Phantasy Star references in this, but they're bigger. They're actually like big plot points and stuff like that, as you'll see later. Okay. There's even one for the Black Sheep, Phantasy Star 3.
So when did they start referencing Phantasy Star Online, the only game that I've played?
Never.
Okay, in fact, because the game wasn't out yet.
Because online doesn't even act like the original Phantasy Stars existed, as far as I know. Except that there's also a Dark Force. I mean, there's a Dark Force, but other than that...
No, sir, it's Dark Falls. That's how they translated it.
That is true. I think technically it is supposed to be Dark Falls, but, whatever. They call it Dark Force in this. And...
Oh, okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You're looking for the principal's room. It's way in the back. Recently, he's been acting strange. I think he's scared of something.
By way in the back, I mean that door right over there.
Every time the Academy, we search for the truth of the universe. This is the largest research facility on the entire planet. What do you think? Isn't it grand? Looks like it's an interesting place, doesn't it, Alice? Really? Doesn't interest me one bit. Well, she doesn't like education. She likes fight.
She likes fighting, and she well, we'll get to that later.
Here's a book titled Heavenly Phenomena. Nearly 1,000 years ago, there was a ship that could travel through space. Maybe the only thing we can do is view the Desolus through a telescope. Oh, just once I'd love to go to Desolus.
There is static again as a warning.
It sounds like a dream. Traveling to another planet?
Now, go ahead.
Once there were 3 planets in the algal solar system, but during the Great Collapse, the planet Parma was lost. Now only Desolus and this planet remain.
So the 3 planets, the one you're on, Motavia, is a desert planet. Desolus is an ice planet. Parma was like Earth, a nice planet. It was destroyed. More on that later.
Wow, what a view.
The planet Parma did exist in Phantasy Star 1 and 2.
And then it ceased to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It uses manga panels to tell its story.
Nice.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I'm the principal of this academy. Let's see, you must be Alice, the hunter. Or her assistant, Chance.
Very late 80s anime style.
Forgive me, but Chad is a full-fledged partner of mine. Now, let's get down to business. Describe the situation.
About a month ago, mysterious monsters started to appear within the academy. It appears they have made the basement their headquarters. I since closed it off. So far, no one's been hurt. Who knows when they'll appear again. Please, I beg you to destroy all of those creatures. And I'd like to settle this matter discreetly. Counting on your reputation, Alice.
No problem, you can rely on us. Although it's strange that all these monsters suddenly appeared in this academy. Usually monsters don't come into inhabited areas. Have you any idea how this happened?
How would I know? Stop asking questions! Hurry and exterminate those monsters that I clearly brought here. Don't forget, I'm paying you dearly for your services.
Principal is sus.
Yeah, incredibly so. So I just had a flashback looking at that monster's, I guess, image. Interesting archaeology. I used to have the strategy guide for Phantasy Star Online. And there was a weird side quest involving referencing going into a dungeon to get a cake. And I know it was a reference to one of the old Phantasy Star games, but I don't know which one had a cake a salesman in a dungeon.
I want to say that was 1, actually. I think. It was, it's called Parolemate in this, but I don't know if it still exists. Or how it existed in Phantasy Star 1, I should say.
Shit's locked.
So the original Phantasy Star was on the the Master System. Go ahead.
Something smells fishy here. That principal was hiding something. He's afraid of the monsters? I think there's more to it than that. Things are starting to get interesting.
And the other 3 Phantasy Star games were released on the Mega Drive, or the Genesis as we know it.
Yeah.
But there was also a special reissue of the first Phantasy Star that they put on Mega Drive.
Was it 1 and 2?
It was just Phantasy Star 1. What they did though is they didn't make a new board for it. They took existing Sega Master System or SG-3000 cartridge boards over in Japan, and they slapped them into a Mega Drive cartridge with a built-in converter so that it would work on a Genesis. It's really cool. But there's only 10,000 of them in the world. I plan on getting one, but they're over $100.
Huh? I know you. Yikes! What are you doing with such a lethal weapon? Get out!
How rude. What an oddly shaped jar. Shit's locked. That looks like a case of shit's locked, Captain. 20 volume set of Algolian history.
Now, I will say, while I think this game is a 10 out of 10, a rare 10 out of 10 for me, it does have some translation issues. It tells the story just fine, but were you trying to read there?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
never mind.
I didn't read out loud at all.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that sound didn't die or something weird was going on.
No,
Because I was like, uh-oh.
it seemed like he didn't say anything plot related.
Most of them won't. I mean, there's flavor text here and there to kind of help you build the world around you.
Right.
Build the history around you.
And I have no fantasy context.
Mm-hmm. On that note... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
1,000 years ago, our society was thrown into confusion by the destruction of Mother Brain. After that, Octavia sustained a direct hit by a fragment of the exploding planet Karma. Our civilization was almost destroyed. We call this the Great Collapse.
This is a reference to the end of Phantasy Star II.
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't students.
Book titled Literature of Karma. There's even fortune telling. Book titled Geology Today. That would be more of a magazine than... Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
The last year there have been violent changes in the planet's crust, as well as an abnormal outbreak of monsters. At this rate, the planet will be doomed! Doomed!
Hey, it's not going to do any good just moaning about it.
I love Elise. She's great.
So scared of the monsters, nothing I like more than Deep Town. Principal won't allow it.
But you don't snitch.
Mm-hmm.
Something here. I'm trying to interact with this. Like I was pushing towards it and it kept moving me to the left. The God of Learning, Dr. Lubitz. Huh. Person from 2,000 years ago.
A Phantasy Star I reference. And by sealed off the basement, he means he put this dork in front of it.
What? You're hunters? Really? You don't think we can do the job?
No, I didn't mean that.
Since we have the principal's permission, let me go.
Wait, take me with you.
Why?
Well, my name is Han. I'm an assistant at this academy. I work for Professor Holt, who has gone to investigate the Birth Valley for his research. We haven't heard from him since. So now I'm searching for the professor's whereabouts.
Birth Valley? That's that mysterious place that has been called the Sacred Valley of Life. But what's the connection between the valley and this current monster scare?
After the investigation team led by the professor was reported missing, Principal barred everyone from entering Birth Valley. Trying to get information as to what's going on, but he keeps evading the issue.
What?
Uh-oh.
And then the monster scare begins.
I'll bet anything that there's some sort of connection.
Once I untwist this controller, all done with controller problems for the evil. Well, it's true that there is something fishy about the principal's behavior.
Given the circumstances, I feel compelled to investigate the basement myself. But come to think of it, it's a bit dangerous.
So we're just waiting for us to arrive?
Yeah, you catch on quick.
100 Meseta.
What?
We'll take you with us for 100 Meseta. I hope you weren't thinking of asking to tag along with us for free.
I can't get that kind of money from the principal.
That's not my problem. Now what are you gonna do?
Okay, I'll pay.
Okay.
And he
Now,
just no clips through the wall.
So that's going to become a running gimmick with Elise and Han. She's going to bully him into paying. So this is one of those times where people pay you to join the party. Okay, so now's a good time to check out your state.
and I really did get $600.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, status. You probably don't want to put Chaz in front. I will explain. This is like Final Fantasy 1 rules. Whoever's in the front gets hit the most.
Oh, okay.
And now's a good time to check out status. She starts off at level 7.
Don't ask a girl her age.
Mm-hmm. At least not this one. Now, keep note of their agility. She has 15. I'll remember that for you. Now, everybody has 2 arms, as you might guess. They can hold a shield or a one-handed weapon. Or there's also 2-handed weapons that people can use. Now, if you keep clicking through, you'll see their techniques and their skills. Now, these names mean fucking nothing to you.
Foy is Foe, which Foie from Phantasy Star, which is a fire spell.
That's true. You do know some of these, then.
Shift, I think, was either the attack buff or the defense buff.
It is an attack buff.
And then the band was the defense buff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Saner, I'm gonna guess might be a status cure.
Saner is a agility boost for the entire party.
Oh, okay.
Shift only works on one person, and Foy is also one target.
Because everything had suffixes in online, so shift is the all.
There is that one isn't in this, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Now for the spells, it would go name a spell, then name a spell, and then name a spell. So Foy, Gifoy, Nafoy.
Prefix. Right.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes. And then over in skills, you have just one, Vortex. You have 5 uses of it. Basically, it's just a really powerful attack with her boomerang. And speaking of boomerangs, the attack power is kind of weak, but yes, they hit all.
Word.
Okay. Now again, keep mind of her agility, 15, and her defense was 18. Okay, here's Chaz. He's a dumb shit. He's a baby boo boo. He's level 1. Yeah. He has 2 weapons. Now the way it works is you don't necessarily get 2 attacks. Your attack power just gets upped, basically. And the animation in battle will show that. So instead of doing 2 separate attacks, it just adds on more attack power. Now, there is a strategy between using a 2-hand weapon or using a 1-hand weapon and a shield. Or if you really want, depending on who you're playing as, you can use 2 shields. You can't attack, but you can still do other things.
Like throw magic?
Yes, as a matter of fact. And there's even some skills you can still use with it. Now, if it's a skill that, say, uses a sword and you have 2 shields equipped, you cannot do that tech. Now, if you have like a knife and a shield, you can still do that tech. Or skill, I should say. Okay, so he has 7 agility and 10 defense. He's obviously no match for Elise.
But she's also got 7 level 5.
Yeah, that's right. He's still a little baby, so yeah. Res is, you probably know, is your healing spell.
Okay. Also
goes Guy Res and Nay Res.
I think it was Rest Done.
Yeah. There are translation issues, so.
Earth.
And Earth is requires a weapon, and it tries to paralyze an enemy. Does not work on bosses except for a very select few. He's a dork. But he's your de facto magic man for now.
Yeah, I looked at his TP and it was like, well, he's got more TP than anyone right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Galoon is...
Jello.
I think it reduces agility on enemies.
Okay.
I think.
Just think of it like gel. Throwing gel in so they slow down.
That makes sense. If I'm even right.
Bijan.
Okay, so this spell is kind of broken in the original version. It's a little glitched out. What it does is it increases dexterity for the entire party, which raises defense, which is good. That part does work. But the problem is it caps out at 8 dexterity. And it's supposed to go higher. And now, fan patches have fixed this, but that's obviously not applicable here.
Right.
Now, it's still a defense buff, so it's still worth using, but just know that it's not as strong as it could be.
Only in this game?
Right. Now, this is where order comes into play. You typically want your person with the most hit points and/or defense in the front, or if they have self-regeneration, which will become a thing later. So for now, you'd want to put Alice in front, Chaz second, and Han third.
Which is where they are.
Yes. So it works fine for now.
Yeah.
Now, people level very unevenly in this.
Oh no.
You'll probably notice. Go back and look at Chaz, and obviously she's gonna have a lot more experience, but at least level's very slow. He requires 21. Han requires 23.
Weird.
I don't know why they did it in this game, but yes, levels are imbalanced. There's a reason for it, but it's poorly implemented.
Maybe it's like got to do with like a character aptitude to combat.
Kinda. That does make sense, and that'll make even more sense once you get a certain party member later. It's originally meant to be a catch-up mechanic for that character, but it quickly gets out of hand.
Oh no.
I mean, in a good way for you.
Oh, I asked about.
But that party member will at all times pretty much be the highest level party member.
Alright.
And after your first battle, I will explain what macro is. That's another important thing. If you're lazy, like me.
You set up an auto command for the battle?
Yes. And that's where agility is important if you want to do certain things.
I saw you,
shit.
fucker.
Monsters. Oh no!
Xanafalgu and Doran Bolt. I hate these names. Okay, that's attack, that's magic, that's skill, that's item, that's defense.
Now, technically, the second skill is tech, not magic. There is a distinction in terms of in-world lore, but for all intents and purposes, yeah, magic.
Okay, tech, yes.
Yes. They use your TP. Whereas skills are just use a completely different ammo system, so to speak. Now, if the screen flashes white, that means you hit a crit. And his crit was only 9 damage. Han is a bit of a weenie.
I figure.
Yeah. But he's a magic man.
Automate! That's a healing item.
Yep, that's basically your tonic. Your basic potion, whatever. Heals about as much as a res. Although res will scale with your mental, so... Yeah, nothing's gonna hurt, at least for a while. Okay, macro time. Whoops.
I was hitting A and C, and it kept confirming shit.
Uh-oh. Okay, so it does have one basic one set up, where it just has people in order of joining auto attack. Now, I would erase that one.
Goodbye.
Yes. Now, typically, if you do an auto attack one, you want to do one of two things. One, just put the attackers in agility order, which would be Elise, Chaz, and Han. Some people will set it up so that anybody that can attack all enemies will go first.
Yeah.
But, that's up to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's your basic one. We'll get into more macros later because it's how you set up special techniques. Dual techs, if you will.
Oh, it's dust.
And there's also one triple tech and one quadruple tech in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And some of those dual techs are very, very important. Han, you weenie.
Chaz, strength up, mental up, Aggie up, dex up. More H, more tap, on leveled up. Mental up 2. HP up 6. No agility up. Do we need?
Yeah.
Sir, why
He's
did
a
you get
weenie.
more HP than an MP? Knock that off.
But yes, for now you do have 2 healers, so that's nice.
Oh, because Chaz has a heal spell.
That's right.
And dodge.
Now, a word of warning: items don't stack. You get one page. You get 1 page of inventory for every party member you have, and I think you can fit like 10 items on each page. So keep that in mind. It's good to have some medicine on you, but don't go nuts with it.
And they went after Han like motherfucker.
Uh huh.
Look at that, doing a kill.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to have learned that items, the weapons can be used as items if they do anything.
Yes, there are some items that can do stuff. You don't have anything like that yet.
No, I figured out.
And now, throughout the story, I'm not going to warn you when party members are about to leave, so you can't loot them, except for one instance, just because they drop an important item. It's not strong later on, but it's useful to have,
Okay,
especially if you play a certain way.
I had this come up when I was playing Shadow Hearts was Buried.
Okay.
Do party members come and go?
Yes.
Do
Now-
any party members leave forever?
Yes.
Will you warn me about that one? Or you're not going?
All right, I'll do this. I don't want to, but if you want me to, I will, because spoilery stuff.
Okay.
I mean, the stuff that you're going to get from your people isn't that valuable, which is why I'm only warning you in one instance, because it's the only instance of a certain item you can get.
I'm more concerned with losing like one-of-a-kind gear to someone who dies and then it's gone forever. Fuck.
Right. I don't think that's going to come up, at least
Okay.
not for anything that you need to keep. But the one instance that does pop up, which is fairly early in the game, I will warn you.
How about just tell me to do an equipment check?
Well, I mean, I could do that, but
Then I'll know someone's about to die.
or leave or whatever.
I'm
But yeah, but there's really only you know what? There's maybe a second instance I would consider doing it.
I get what you're trying to do. You don't want to spoil the story, and I respect that and I appreciate that. I just don't want to lose shit.
I won't let you lose anything particularly valuable.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
And valuable in terms of one of a kind.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hi.
What? Yes.
They be growing shit in this basement.
Okay. Literally, that's going to piss me off.
What?
Because I pushed up and then I pushed left to go to and face the item. And because I can't move left, it moved me a direction that I could move as opposed to turning me around. So I can investigate something. I hate that.
Yeah, it's one of the small flaws in this.
What is this?
What that?
You will say,
Oh, shit.
What is it? Okay. Should I go catch another level?
Oh no, you're fine. Like I said, as long as you don't run from battles, you'll be fine for any boss battle. And as long as you do your proper equipment upgrades, do the optional dungeons, you'll be fine. Like, the game gives you plenty of chances to not have to grind.
Okay.
As long as you understand some mechanics, which I didn't my first time through, so I had to grind. The most important thing I'll tell you later.
Okay.
When it comes up. It's ya boy, a tentacle monster.
Iglanova.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the time before this. Can I paralyze this?
I don't know. Find out.
Okay.
It does work on some bosses.
Question, does it do damage?
No, but it paralyzes, which means they can't do shit.
Roll the tape.
Mhm.
And this is a buff? What was it? What
Yes.
was Oh, I didn't get
Raises
to
your
choose
dexterity, which increases your... it hits the entire party. This is one of the few bosses it works on. In fact, this boss can fall to any status effect, including instant death if you have it.
who. Okay, so how do I know it worked?
He's
Good
not moving
luck?
his tentacles anymore.
Oh, but his eyes are still flashing, so he ain't wiggling.
Well, but I mean, there's still brain activity inside. He's just like, oh crap, I can't move.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the sprite has stopped moving.
Yes.
The flashy eyes is not.
So instead of having like a stink cloud come over them or something like that, they give you other visual clues like, hey, look, they're not moving.
Okay, I didn't pay that close attention to see if it was wiggling.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nice. He wiggling.
Yeah, so he is not paralyzed anymore.
So if there was sleep, would something like his eyes also start flashing?
His eyes would probably still flash. I don't think it's like that in depth, but he would stop wiggling around.
Wait.
Although I don't think the party gets access to sleep, do they? I know they get other paralyzed spells. I'm not sure. It should be noted also that buffs do not stack. At least buffs from the same spell.
Right. So his skill and his spell, are those the same stat?
His spells will use mental, but dexterity, vision is locked to just a bonus of 8 dexterity because of a bug.
Okay. So this was Dex goes up.
Yeah.
And this is...
I think it's lower agility, but I'm not positive. I almost never use it.
Oh, it's a debuff. Okay.
Like, as long as you keep up with the ads, like, you're pretty much, like, you have to try to lose this fight.
Nice. Good job,
Yeah.
kid. This thing hasn't attacked me at all.
Right. It's because it can't. All it does is spawn ads.
Oh, and I just have to stay on, and the ads do the damage.
Yep.
To stay on its ass.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I think I've got it caught in a pattern.
Yes, pretty much. Like, they might get lucky enough with an agility roll to poke somebody, but that's about it. And boss defeated.
Victory! Chad,
Now,
level up.
That was, of course, very easy, but it's your first boss in your beginner dungeon. Of course it's going to be. Look at him. 2 strength.
Sprint. Oh, he got more TP than MP. He must be all around.
He's basically a paladin type.
Ah,
He's going to have holy magic healing and, strong attack and defense.
Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Did it. Chaz, you need more practice. Your string is too slow.
Yeah, dork.
But
Nerd.
we destroyed the monster. Why are you berating? With my help. Shit, sorry.
I mean, she did kind of mow down everything with the boomerang.
Now, Han, I'm over here.
Come over
Hey,
here, weenie.
What? Are these the glass containers? What is this shit? These... Hey, by any chance breeding monsters here?
Hey, wait a minute.
That's the case. This monster business is no mystery after all.
Oh, shit.
I don't know shit. Gotta keep moving. First time I've been in this room. I've only just learned that such a thing exists at the academy. Really, it's the truth. I believe you for now. However, the principal must know about these containers. Must also know the connection between this and the disappearance of Professor Holt. Yeah, let's see the principal again. Come on, Chaz. Hey, don't leave me here.
Let's go beat him up. What is this?
You will say what it is. Oh wait, now we're safe to macro again.
Yeah. Good, he
Now-
attacked the one that didn't attack yet. Go
I
ahead.
get it, but it is visually distracting to see that the character that's being attacked moves in front of the enemy that's attacking.
Right.
Because in my experience, that means, oh, you're covering for someone else to get hit. And that's not what's happening. I get it, though. Han leveled up. Dex up
And-
2, TP up 5. There you go. That's how you do it.
And he gets Watt. Now that, if you
Oh, Watt?
remember that is, oh, you Watt. That's the ice magic spell. Now,
Oh,
you want to see a fun trick? Let's check everybody's status again real quick. Check their agility.
State.
Yes, status.
State. Alice. Dylan, 15.
Oh, you know, you can't do it yet anyway. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Chaz doesn't have the right spell yet.
Dad, Dylan, 9.
I'm stupid. Ignore me. Yeah, that's about what I figured anyway.
So, what?
No neat trick yet. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
So, what is the ice spell?
Yes. Now he has an attack spell, and it's going to do much more damage than his dinky knife.
I wonder what it was called. Barda.
Maybe? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played online.
Barda, yeah. It was a straight
Okay.
traveling ice spell,
Hmm.
which you could hit everything in a line. If you could line it.
Right.
So what happened if I go outside the town? Oh, you go
Oh,
out to town.
there's an actual town out here. There's an inn. There's a little item shop. It's just that the guards won't let you leave town yet.
I saw in the middle of the night suspicious looking men carried a big parcel to the academy. It happened some time ago, but I wonder what it could have been.
I'm gonna take a leak while you talk to the townspeople.
Word.
Oh, we're still all right here, but apparently the wolves are all dried up in the village of Vile.
Studying geology, recently the soil quality has been deteriorating. Crops barely grow on this farm. My boyfriend in the agricultural department got upset. Ventilated case for meteorological instruments. Wow, how weird. We've been telling him not to go outside after dark because of scary monsters, but... It's only for a bit, it'll be okay. Worry too much, Mommy.
Just when it seemed that the number of monsters was decreasing, they're now roaming in the town. Think it's some kind of omen? I heard some dude jumped into the spout the other day. Can't believe I missed all the fun. You should take a dip, it'll do you good.
What an impressive fountain. Well, let me jump in.
My parents live in Vile. It's the village northeast of here. Recently, I haven't been getting all my allowance. I wonder if they forgot. Oh well, I better find a job. Coming to Hunter, that sounds exciting.
Okay. A couple of monitors.
What's with you guys? Being way too friendly.
Sure makes you feel like you're in a camping town.
Okay.
Ventilated case for meteorological instruments. Temperature right now is 80 degrees.
It does use Fahrenheit. It's very kind to us American folk.
Yeah, so this is the second game that I've ever seen these things in.
What?
These ventilated meteorological cases.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think you've played the other game.
Have I?
Have you played Parasite Eve 2?
Oh, were these in that?
Yeah, there's one by an escalator that you have to go down. There's grenades in there instead.
Oh.
But I've also never seen these in real life. Maybe that's a Texas.
That's interesting.
Put the catch in the basement. Oh, that's party talk. I'm gonna make the principal tell us. Hey, dude, you're coming along too. Oh, me?
So, just for more, banter or whatever, it's not a bad idea to hit the talk option after any significant event. Yeah. So after you talk to the principal, maybe talk again. You don't have to do it. It's never required. But if you just want a little bit more banter, it's a cool system.
Well, I like that it exists.
Yeah.
Bird does it a lot, but it pops up in Bravely Default. It says, "Hey, party talk time."
Yeah.
Which you don't always get to talk to your own party members.
Mm-hmm.
These are student dorms of Batavia Academy. Me? I'm caretaker.
I push up and it went inside.
So much fun lazing around and going to class.
The guy on the right is having a time.
Hey, I'm undressing. Get out! Get out! You look like you were an old lady hunched over.
Girl next door has been influenced by some strange religion. Been missing for a while. Where did she go?
Keep that in mind for later, for a side quest. Because in addition to the optional dungeons, there is a Hunter's Guild mission board with 8 separate missions on it that you can do. More missions unlock over time.
Like 8 period? Like 8 the whole game, or 8 over time?
Yeah. 8 over time will come out.
So there's not going to be a 9th and a 10th. It's just 8 and that's it.
Yeah. The most important ones being the first and the last one.
Well, I've got a report due tomorrow, but I haven't written a word of it.
Bruh. 5.
The first one will be like your first real serious boss fight. And give you a shit ton of experience, and it's going to be very important for you to get that experience.
Word.
Which is why I say, as long as you fight everything along the way and do all the side stuff, you'll be fine. You should never have to grind.
Unless I want to.
Yeah. All right, you fuckhead. Let's talk.
What's wrong? You seem upset. You able to defeat those monsters?
Yeah, but there's something I want to ask you.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's just my imagination that I saw some strange things in the basement.
She's gonna beat him up.
Stop beating around the bush. Someone keeping information from me isn't the 6th most dangerous thing in the world.
Look at her. She loves it.
All right already. I'll tell you what I know.
Well, if you hadn't fucked up the first time, you wouldn't be in this situation, would you?
Have you ever seen the High on Daisy comic for Metal Gear Solid 3?
No.
Because the voice acting you're doing sounds just like the voice they gave Sokolov in that. In fact, even when you did the thing. That's the thing he does in the comic. It's hilarious.
I got that from Hank Hill, but also there's a death quote in Golbez in Dissidia where he sounds like that. He goes, "Oh," with his voice undulating and everything, and it just sounds like
man.
Hank Hill's, flails of despair. I'll tell you what I know. If you were the recent outbreak of new breed of monster, we're here because of you. Yes, go on. Yes, thanks to the outbreak, I'm not hurting for work.
3 months ago, Holt identified Birth Valley as an origin of the outbreak, and he went to investigate. He says he discovered the remains of an ancient advanced civilization. The investigation team brought back the monster breeding capsule, and I immediately set forth on their second investigative mission. But not one of them came back. Yes, that's right, Han.
And despite all this, you didn't send out a rescue team and ban entry to Birth Valley.
No. I was trying to send out a rescue team, but
something happened.
At that moment, a man who called himself Zio appeared before my eyes.
Zio, I've heard of him, that fake magician.
Now this part here is a flashback. It's not immediately clear, but yeah.
But it is in black and white. But you're right; it wouldn't be very clear.
Yeah.
Then again, he's
not here right now. It looks like he's speaking to you right now, but he's not in the room. He's not here.
Right, maybe he could have walked into the room right now.
Yeah. This guy is a shit.
Ah, my dear principal of Batavia Academy. How are you doing? Who are you?
My name is Zio. Zio, the Black Magician. I placed this card and attack me. It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm sorry. Do not intrude on Birth Valley.
What do you mean?
In the future, if you ever let anyone set foot in Birth Valley.
Now it's not clear, but Zio is showing a picture to the principal in the past that he turned one of the researchers into stone. Like I said, it's not really clear what's going on, but yeah.
Well, I was about to interpret that as he teleported in or brought with him a statue of someone he turned into stone.
Right.
Because he does not have the hair of the principal. It's clearly not the principal.
It's possible that's what's going on, but either way, he just makes it clear to him, like, hey, look, this is what I did. Isn't it rad?
Let me make something clear. There is no need for you to go to Birth Valley. It's related to the research team. So that's why Birth Valley situation wasn't announced. Also why you try to keep a lid on the monster situation. But what is this all about? Remains of an ancient advanced civilization in Zio? Seems like these are signs of something to come.
I need to help the professor. I'm going to Birth Valley.
Psst. God. It's egg-laying season. Sandworm, so be careful.
Alice?
I'll tag along for 300 Miss Data plus expense.
Deal. Birth Valley is in the northeast. Let's hurry.
I love this gimmick. Bullying him and intimidating him into giving her more money.
Now he won't talk?
Yeah, he's a little shook right now. But yes, he actually did give you $300. Every time they say that Han's gonna give you money, he really does give you money.
He's just mad. He just coughs up money.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the last time either.
Birth Valley is located to the east of Piata. Let's hurry and go to the professor's rescue.
Oh, Zio. I like the sound of that. So, am I effectively done in town?
You are done in town. You are now free to leave.
I am free to move about the country.
Do you need to use the inn, or did you already use it?
I already used it.
Okay. Have you saved yet? It's the start button.
No, I haven't. Thank you for reminding me.
And just in case something catastrophic happens, you might want to also save state.
What is message? Message speed?
Yes.
Battle speed? What time? Hey. Ah. That's what I want. Did okay.
Did you mean to turn down the speeds, by the way?
No. I meant to turn them up. Yay! Now the buttons are how I like them.
Okay.
Oh, you were saying I should create.
Yeah, safe state. Just to play it safe. I'll warn you of critical save state points, like when you're about to fight a boss. That might actually prove to be a little difficult.
I know it said northeast or northwest.
Northeast.
That does mean I don't want to fuck around a little.
Oh yeah, go. Please fuck around. Now, there's none to find right now, but fucking around is how you find optional dungeons. Remember, there are 7 of them.
And fucking around has a direct correlation in science. Mm-hmm. Literally, the more you fuck around, the more you find out. If you don't fuck around, you don't learn shit.
Ooh, that's an ominous fort over there, isn't it?
And I cannot cross the shifting sand.
No, but there was a town there.
That looks like progress, or is that not progress?
No, but well, it's a town. You should probably visit it anyway, right?
That progress.
Yes, but always hit every town along the way. There's equipment there.
Going back.
Your mouse is on the screen, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't capture on. It's only capturing on.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
Well then, with the mouse off the screen, we're gonna have to check out the city next time.
All combat is over. Now that you've tasted victory, I'm sure you'll be back.